Okay, yeah, good. So we have this. So we are just going to, you know, select from merchandise. Um, we want to see the product categories. Product, product category, comma, order location from merchandise where total sales greater than 100. So these are the guys that these are the product category angles. So I want to, of course, have their corresponding sales into the picture. So it's just like it's the number of the items you select before the from keyword. Those are the number of items you are going to see. Those are basically the number of columns you are going to see eventually. So you should pay attention to the number of items you fill in before the from keyword. So that's for greater than, and if it is less than, you do the same. And if it is not equal to is simply the same. Um, not. So just change this to this, and so these are like all the sales that are not 100, right? And if it is like between, also you can also have between sales. You can write between as between um between 100 and 200. So that means the lower bound and upper bound inclusive. So up next, so we are going to be answering some questions with with um with SQL, right? So if you leave the order by default, it's going to be ascending order. But if you want it to be descending, then you have to like specify that it is descending order, right? The same way we have select order allocation, total, you know, total sales, product category, from merchandise, order by order allocation. Then you have to specify that it is descending, right? So that means it is taking it from the least the furthermost alphabetical order to the you know to the early alphabetical orders, right? And you can also order by something like total sales descending, right? Make it descending. Then you've got this, right? You've got all these, right? So you can also, so when you say descending, you can see that we ordered by total sales are now descending. So that means this can stand for like the top sales. Then you can, let's say you want to look at certain limit, let's say top five sales. So you can just write limit five, right? So this stands for like top five sales by, by location. So we use limit to like um tell it the number of items that we want in that particular order. So you can use limit 5, you can use limit 10 if you are considering top 10. So we've got that. And at the end of the day, we can still have um, it being ordered by both numerical values and both categorical values, both numerical values and both numerical values and both qualitative values. So that's how it works basically. So another looking for the intersection between both items, but when you are using or, that means you are looking at the union of both items, right? Select, let's look at the whole statement first. So let's start from merchandise. So let's say I want to look at something around that. You know, um, select gender, comma, order location, sales price, product category, from, what's it called? From merchandise, where select gender, order location, sales price, product category from merchandise, where uh, product category equals clothing, and gender equals male. So this guy is just going to like pull out all the instances where there is an intersection between clothing and male gender, right? Oops. Clothing does not exist. Okay, I think it's um strictly single inverted comma, like Python, like Python where you can use both single and double and they still mean the same thing. So yeah, so you can see that it's strictly an intersection of both instances and nothing more. And if I switch this to all, then it becomes this way, right? If it is all, then we can, have other, it's a union basically. When you use or, it's a union and not mere intersection.
Wait, why is there female in the result?
That's because I used or. When you use or, like, it executes when either of the condition holds, right?
Oh,
But when you
so either
use,
clothing or
yeah, or male, when so when you use or, either of the condition holds. When you use and, that means it is strictly the intersection of both condition that must hold before it gets extracted.
oh,
So that's like the difference between and or. So if you did Venn diagrams or probability, um, you would recall the concept of union and intersection, right? Um, except for mutually exclusive events, the what's it called? The mutually exclusive event intersection is zero, but this is not a mutually exclusive event anyways. So from merchandise, so you might want to like select products category, gender, order location, from merchandise, where gender equals, you know equals male, let's use female. And other location. And let's have a complex this thing. Other location like C percentage or other location like O percentage. So you can combine and or in it in this way, and you can have brackets to connote multiple items, right? Um, so and the percentage here is simply saying that when this like is like is used for when a particular word is contained in a when a particular alphabet is contained in a word, right? And percentage there is simply saying when a particular word starts when a particular alphabet starts a word. So this is simply saying you want to like select product category, gender, or the location from match gender is where this right, and it must be in intersection with this other condition. So let's execute and see, right? So you can see that this is only for female and for instances where other location where what's it called, where other location started with C or O, right? So that's how to use that. Then this bracket you can also use it when you are using in, right? um this
Wait, is there O in the output? I can only see C.
is, do you mean for other location?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Order by order by other location, and this means there's no O there. It's supposed to have O. Perhaps there's no cases of female and people coming from a location that starts with O. Well, we are going to find that out. So other location C D. I don't think there's anywhere O is to
I
get
think there is one that is last blow.
for other location, let's say select, um how do you select unique items? Select distinct other location from merchandise. So can you see there is none with O. You got Cardiff. Can you see? So
Yes, I can see.
there's no other location with O.
So is it like the first letter?
Is it like what?
Do you think like it must be like the first letter? I thought you said only if it contains the letter.
I think
I
it's
mean, the
first
also
letter.
contains O.
It
O.
starts with when it starts with that particular letter. So I want to like introduce another use case of the bracket. So you can simply have select gender, comma, other location, where other location in, now put it in brackets, Cleverland, Clev, Cleveland, comma, Cleveland, and which other these things are there? Cleveland and Paris and Manchester. Okay, we didn't use from, so we must always use from. Where are you selecting from? Merchandise. So that's how to use the bracket. So you can use in, right, to filter. You can also use where, other location. I don't know. You use equal to. Is it going to work? Equal to this, and you use or other location equal to this, or other location equal to this. Other location, other location equal to this. see, but it's not wise to be using or when you can simply say, when you can simply use in, right? You can simply use in to capture all of the items you want to slice out. That's it. Put that location in all of those. So that's it.
Oops, yeah, I've lost something. So character variant can accept text also. John Doe, and character variant can accept that also. So David Mark okay. The error is column one is of character but expression is of integer. So we've got to put something that's more of character in there. Um 21, 21b, that's a character, right? So that means you successfully insert into table one. So if we say select star from table one now, table one, so you've got this, right? Those items are being inserted into table one. Two John Doe David Mark. Wow. But we already said 21b now. Why is it bringing two? Let me just put 21, 21c. But that's pretty much the same thing. Okay. So already exists. Is it no duplicate? We know that particular rule for primary keys, no duplicate, they must all be unique or true. But if it is accepting characters, then it should be characters or true. 31c. Oh. So this is how insert really works, right? And if you want to like delete, now this is, I think, this is a this is a form of um DAML, data manipulating languages. So they deal with what is inside the box. So what we've been writing since morning are all DQL, data querying languages. All they select something from, select, let me check what we've been writing since morning. All these select product category, gender, other location from merchandise, where gender equals female. All of those are like data querying languages, right? They are data querying languages. But the moment you start to like, you know, relate with the table itself, right? um relate to the table itself, or the container that is containing the data and all that. Then that's data manipulation languages. When you are dealing with the whole database, that is like data definition language, right? um that's more like a digression. So let's get to this. So we are going to be answering some business questions with okay. Before we answer business questions, I just want us to like quickly touch on certain SQL commands also. So another one is aggregate functions. So aggregate functions work more like statistics, right? Aggregate functions work more like statistics. You can think of it like your five summary languages: mean, max, count, sum, average, right? And aggregate functions are used with as, right? They are used with as keyword. So wow, I didn't even know. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So aggregate functions are used with as, and they are used with group by, right? They are used with as and group by functions. Um, so they sort of perform calculation on a set of values and return a single value. Unlike unlike randomly selecting columns that we've been doing since morning, aggregate functions is trying to return a single value. That's like the main aim, right? They are trying to like return a single value. uh and they can be used with group by, and with they can be used with group by, and with um they can be used with as, right? As is called an alias, right? um we call it an alias in the sense that you are giving something another name. Is alias, right? So let's try and work with aggregate functions. Aggregate functions. So aggregate functions are mean, max, minimum, maximum, sum, minimum, maximum, sum. What else? Minimum, maximum, sum. Um, count. We also have count and average, right? Average, but it is actually avg, right? So starting with mean, you can might decide to like select mean, use it with a bracket, mean order, mean total, there's total price, right? Total price as minimum price, comma, order location from merchandise total price does not exist. What's the I think it's total sale, right? Total sale. Wow. Let me check it again. Okay, total sales. Order by order location. Oops, oops, oops. So these are like the minimum prices by order location, right? So the minimum price from Las Vegas is 9, from Manchester is 49, from London is 49, from so there was no minimum price as a column to begin with in the table, and we just give it an alias, right? An alias is characterized by the word by the keyword as. So select minimum total sales as minimum price. So you can also select some of the total sales and alias it as total uh, and alias it as location sales. Are you there? And alias it as location sales. Alias is a name you can give to anything characterized by the keyword as. And alias it as location sales, then you can have the total sales by location with this. So the focus is on aggregate function, right? So aggregate functions allows you to like actually crunch numbers, right? And with this you can now say descent, like the top locations, right? And limit 5. So this is going to give you like top 5 sales by by location, right? um Go by order location. What's it saying? Select sum of sales, total sales as location sales, comma, order location from merchandise, right? This sum, this limit 5, group by order location. Maybe like this instead. Oh, We remove the limit. Oops. Oh, I'm just. I found you're not on the call. It's not. I did not know I lost you at a point. Wait, can you see my screen? I mean, you should have thought. No, not really. Hello, Zinat. Ah,
Yeah.
wait. Are you there up to this point? Did you get it up to this point? The aggregate function.
Yeah. I thought you were using I thought you were using limit in group by.
It's what okay. Okay, you saw when I was trying to put limit. You saw it when I was trying to put limits, right?
Yes, yes. Ye-
And it didn't work.
Yes.
Can you still see my screen? Yeah.
For merchandise, select average total sales for merchandise. Then you want to group by order location. I think the reason why that was not working is we did not use order by. What do you want to order it by? Order by um whatever alias that we've created, right? Order by average location sales, right? Um, descend, then limit. Descending order, then limit it as 5. So this is selecting average total sales as average location sales. That's the alias, right? Then order location. So from merchandise. So with this query, you should expect two columns at the end of the day, right? Those are the two columns before the keyword from, So we've got this. Then order by location, order by average location sales, descending limit 5. So when we run this, so we get the average location and we have like it descending. We have the top 5. So let's do it for this as well. Order by location sales, um, limit descend in descending order, then limit 5. So this is simply going to give us top 5 locations by sales, by location sales, right? Do you have any question or is this clear?
No, I do not understand group by. Why is it there? Is it because of the aggregate?
Yes, group by aggregate functions are usually used with the group by function.
So does that mean if I use aggregate function and I just go with order by, I will get an error?
Yep. Select sum of total sales and you now say order by location. Order by is used strictly for ordering, right? So if you want to use order by, that means you are ordering something, you are trying to arrange something, right? Aggregate functions are used with group by, right? Aggregate functions are specifically used with numerical variables, right? So if you are summing a particular number, right, the number has to belong to a particular category, and that's where group by comes in. So if you are like aggregating ages is a bunch of numbers, then those numbers like has to like have to belong to you know a particular category. It can be somebody's name, it can be gender, it can be location where they bought stuff from, it can be get. So you have to always link a numerical variable to a category that owns it, or a particular name that owns it, and that's where group by comes in, right? So another by is simply to order.
But can I group by total sales, for instance?
Group by total sales.
Yes.
No, 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 no. And why would you want to do that? Total sales is a numerical figure, except maybe your total sales are in buckets, right? Maybe 20,000 to 30,000, um 31,000 to 40,000, 41,000 to 50,000. Unless maybe they are in buckets, I see no reason why group you are going to group by total sales. You can only you know try to order by total sales, which makes sense because numbers are are linked with ascending order or descending order, right? Except maybe you are trying to form a register whereby you want to arrange people's names alphabetically. When we are talking about ordering, they are dealing with numbers. Let's say you just want to rank who has the highest score to who has the lowest score, or who has the you want to go from the bottom up approach, who has the highest score down to who has the lowest score. So that's a numbers game. But if you are grouping by, that means you are grouping by a qualitative data, a particular category, Um, yes, that's it. Um, so you can group by product category, right? You can also group by product category. Um, Product category. But now say you want to group by total sales. Uh, Total sales. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's not plausible. It's not gonna work. Other location. You can even group by product category, like I said. Category. So this is going to work fine, right? But you still want to make sure that product category at least reflects the columns you are gonna be showing, right? So you want to put it here before the from function. Why is this guy calling me like this? So you have this. Okay. Some as location sales, other location, product category, group by other location must appear in the group by call was to be used by format and as group by product category or be used in an aggregate function. And this compulsory we use other location here, other location, some total sales as location sales, other location. It's not necessary. Let's use other location here. Other location. This thing was working fine before the introduction of product category. So what was the problem? So it is grouping it by all the columns that you selected, categories that you selected. So I think this is how to use aggregate functions. We've talked on sum, we've talked on average. You can also use count, select, you know, count. Is this clear or you are confused? Um,
So please, what are we counting?
No, yes, but ma, what?
Yeah, like I can see count.
Yeah, like before count, are you like confused in any way?
No, no.
So count can count the gender. Have you started like using the W3 schools that are introduced?
No, I've not.
Start from merchandise. So this is simply going to count everything. Right, so that means all the rows are 7,394. And gender from merchandise where gender equals male. So this is for male, right? um so let me quickly. We've talked about mean, sum, count, average, then mean, maximum. When we've talked about maximum, select minimum, um total sales as many sales, comma, product category, comma. Are you like also writing the queries, or you are just looking at it?
looking at it. I'm not writing it right now.
Ah, on this recording might not always be accurate too.
Might not be accurate.
Yes, the recording might not be accurate.
Why?
I mean, I have to like pause at some certain point when running into
Oh,
issues when
okay.
running into issues and but then it should capture the whole screen. I mean, what matters, um they are all in there, right? There's really nothing
Mm,
about steppings when it comes to SQL. It's just like it's as if you are writing code. You just need to see the code. Although there is logic behind the writing of the code, but SQL is kind of easy, right? More, it is easier than Power BI, right? Power BI is drag and drop. SQL is natural language, right? If you if you can describe what you want, you get what you want out of SQL, because you just need to like punch in the right queries and run it. Then boom, you have the table in the data output. So, but so far, do you think SQL is harder than Power BI?
Honestly, I can't say because SQL is just there. It's boring.
It's boring.
I
Uh
don't. Yes, it is.
SQL is
And I still don't understand how it is going to give answers in maybe like a visualization tool, like with all these
see.
codes and the queries that we are writing.
First of all, forget visualization when it comes to SQL. SQL is not meant for visualization. That's it. Like, it's not
Okay.
the whole, what's it called? The whole architecture is not built. It's not built for visualizing data. What SQL is built for is to query data. Just query your data and you have it in the data output. That's it. If you want to like create a portfolio with SQL, right? You just have to like write the business question you are trying to answer. Um, let's say I'm trying to get, for instance, now I'm trying to get the this can of course pass for um top five top five sales location, right? This can pass for top five sales location. And okay, this is for average, top five average sales location, right? While this, yeah, top five average sales location, that's it. While you can have top five sales location, as select some total sales as total, let's say location sales, right? Location sales, other location from merchandise group by other location. Like, remember, you can only group by a categorical data, then order by, and you can only order by a numerical data. I think that is important to note. Order by location sales, that is the alias we just defined, and make it descending order, right? You want to see the top guys and limit it to five. That means you want to limit it to just top, or is limit it to 10, right? So this is a business insight, right? This is a business insight, right? And SQL will not give you more than that. SQL is for querying language. That's why it is structured querying language. It's not a visualization or business intelligence tool. It's basically for extracting a portion of your data that you deem important. So it might look boring due to the fact that you are not seeing fancy charts all around. But I can tell you for a fact that it is important, especially when you are dealing with complex databases and you need to just query some portion of data that you want. SQL is also faster when it comes to data cleaning, although I don't use it for data cleaning anyways. Oops, I think it's raining. Wait 1 second. Or more. So yeah, I think that's it. So you don't expect charts when it comes to SQL. It's just for querying of data. So another, are you there? So
Yeah.
so if you have to answer business questions with this, then we need to link up all the um query statement that we discussed. We need to find a way to use them interwovenly, right? So I'm just going to show one or two and give you some assignment. So let's do this. So which location generate the most orders? Which locations generate the most orders? So that's going to be, select when I want to count order comma, select order, count order ID as number of orders, right? Comma, you want to also, this is count statement, right? Doesn't matter if the bracket is close to it or not. Then some, want to select another item as some total sales as what hmm? As what, Zina? or you are following Messi's game. Let me just do this. So we select it as location sales, comma. Then we have the location itself, other location, right? Other location from total sales, no, from the table which is merchandise, right? From merchandise and order by, group by. First of all, don't forget you always group by the categorical variable, which is order location. Group by order location, then order by a numerical variable, which is number, which is location sales on descending limit 10, right? So this we are able to see top 10 locations that generate the was highest revenue, or you can just say location sales, or you can just call this revenue, right? So let total sales as revenue, and group order by revenue, right? So that's it. Hello Zinat, are you there? If that is the case, I think we are just going to call it a day, and I'm going to forward you the slide and I'm going to forward you the video, and I'm going to send in your assignment. But before that, I'm going to do one more. Um, so this is which location generate the most of that, and which products are best sellers by volume and by revenue. So we have select, count, other ideas, volume sold, and also we've got um, sum of total sales as revenue, right? Then product, you are selecting the product category, right? And you are ordering by order by product category, order by product category, and order by product category, and group by product category, rather. I mean, group by product category, by what's it called? order by revenue or volume sold, revenue slash volume sold, sending limit 10. The ID does not exist. Let's check the table. ID sure exists. Okay, every of these from merchandise has to be there, right? So that's it. Let's order it by revenue only, such as volume sold and the revenue accrued. And that will be the end for this class. I'm gonna be sending you the recordings as well as the assignment.